Today we're taking a look at some NHL matches, which are happening on Monday, April 19, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. So here is my betting suggestion for Edmonton Oilers versus Montreal Canadiens match. The Canadiens are coming off a rough home loss to the Senators on Saturday. The Oilers are playing well and earned a win over the Jets in their previous bout. The Canadiens lead the season series 4-1. The Montreal Canadiens will travel to Rogers Place on Monday night to take on the Edmonton Oilers in a North Division matchup. This will be the fifth time they will face off this season as Montreal holds a 4-1 series lead, including winning 3-2 in overtime back on April 5th. The Montreal Canadiens, 47 points, are fourth in the North Division. They are coming off a 4-0 shutout loss on Saturday against the Ottawa Senators. The Edmonton Oilers, 54 points, are third in the North Division. They are coming off a 3-0 shutout win over the Winnipeg Jets back on Saturday. The Oilers have won 3 out of their last 4 games overall, while the Canadiens have lost 5 out of their last 7 clashes. Montreal is in a huge scoring slump right now, recording 2 or fewer goals in 6 out of their last 7 games. The Oilers thrive off their speed through the neutral zone and by attacking off the rush. Tight gaps that force them to forecheck are their nightmare. But if the Canadiens are too worn out to apply that back pressure, they are in danger of getting roasted. Ultimately, the Canadiens' fatigue and lack of scoring, as well as the Gallagher injury, make Edmonton the play at -125 at home. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Edmonton Oilers. Montreal is 2-5 in their last 7 games overall and 3-9 in their last 12 road games, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games overall. Edmonton is 7-0 in their last 7 home games and 23-11 in their last 34 games overall, while the under is 6-1 in their last 7 games following a win. The road team is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between these two teams. The Edmonton Oilers look for a win after winning 5 of their last 8 games. The Edmonton Oilers are averaging 3.2 goals per game and are scoring on 26.7% of their power play opportunities. Connor McDavid leads Edmonton with 23 goals, Leon Draisaitl has 41 assists, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has 104 shots on goal. Defensively, the Edmonton Oilers are allowing 2.9 goals per game and are killing 79% of their opponents' power plays. Mikko Koskinen has allowed 61 goals on 630 shots faced, and Mike Smith has allowed 52 goals on 664 shots. My second betting for that game is to pick under. So here are my betting suggestions for Calgary Flames versus Ottawa Senators match. The Ottawa Senators are on the road as they travel to face the Calgary Flames in a North Division clash Monday night. Ottawa blanked 4-0 Montreal on the road in their previous contest Saturday night. Calgary was edged 2-1 by Montreal on the road Friday night to end up splitting their 2-game set. In the season series, the Senators have won 5 of the 7 meetings, including the last 3. It was Ottawa earning a 3-1 home victory in the most recent matchup between the teams back on March 24th. The Ottawa Senators continue to pile the losses and have provided little to no value on the road or in the underdog role. The Calgary Flames should be favored at home, but they're not exactly lighting the world on fire right now either. Also, the Senators have won 5 of the 7 meetings against the Flames this season and 3 straight wins overall. If Calgary fails to make the postseason, they can look at their struggles against the Senators as a prime reason why. Ottawa has had the Flames' number, winning 5 of the 7 meetings, and they are coming off a shutout win over Montreal. The Senators have just 6 wins on the road this season, but one of those came here in Cowtown. With the Flames as inconsistent as they've been, you have to give the edge to the team that has played hard all season long. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Ottawa Senators. Ottawa is 4-1 in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record and 24-54 in their last 78 games overall, while the under is 6-1 in their last 7 games following a win. Calgary is 4-9 in their last 13 games overall and 2-5 in their last 7 home games, while the under is 3-1 in their last 5 games as a favorite. Ottawa is 4-11 in the last 15 meetings between these two teams in Calgary. The Calgary Flames need a win after losing 5 of their last 8 games. The Calgary Flames are averaging 2.7 goals per game and are scoring on 20.3% of their power play opportunities. Johnny Gaudreau leads Calgary with 15 goals, Elias Lindholm has 26 assists, and Matthew Tkachuk has 117 shots on goal. Defensively, the Calgary Flames are allowing 2.9 goals per game and are killing 80.9% of their opponents' power plays. Jacob Markstrom has allowed 86 goals on 888 shots faced, and Artyom Zagadjin has allowed 2 goals on 11 shots. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 6. So here are my betting suggestions for Arizona Coyotes versus Minnesota Wild match. The Arizona Coyotes ended a 5-game losing streak with a 3-2 win over the St. Louis Blues on Saturday night. Arizona 2025 sits in 4th place in the West Division with 45 points, just 1 point ahead of the Blues for the final playoff spot, although St. Louis has played 2 fewer games. The Minnesota Wild sit comfortably in a playoff position, with 57 points and a 27-13-3 record. The Wild have won 3 games in a row entering Monday's game. Let's dig in to see if Minnesota is good value to stay hot. Still, if there is a side that can snatch a victory at Gila River Arena, it most definitely is Minnesota. The Wild have been struggling in their road exploits this season, 10-9-3, but have banked a whopping 10 victories on their most recent 14 trips to Glendale. Minnesota has also been dead effective when finishing off busy schedules, picking up 4 victories in its past 5 matchups played on the last night of a 3 games in 4 days scenario, while Arizona's record against teams with a winning percentage above the .600 mark leaves a lot to be desired. The Minnesota Wild haven't had the best success on the road lately, but they're quietly one of the hotter and more consistent teams in the league right now, and that includes success against the Coyotes. The Wild have won 5 of the 6 meetings against the Coyotes this season, and that includes 4 straight wins. The Arizona Coyotes have cooled off right when it looked like they were turning the corner, something they've done a lot over the years. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Minnesota Wild. Minnesota is 0-5 in their last 5 games as a road favorite and 2-7 in their last 9 road games, while the over is 5-2 in their last 7 games against a team with a losing record. Arizona is 1-5 in their last 6 games overall and 4-0 in their last 4 home games, while the over is 6-1 in their last 7 games as a home underdog. Minnesota is 19-7 in the last 26 meetings between these two teams. The Arizona Coyotes need a win after losing 5 of their last 6 games. The Arizona Coyotes are averaging 2.6 goals per game and are scoring on 19.7% of their power play opportunities. Phil Kessel leads Arizona with 16 goals, Connor Garland has 22 assists, and Jacob Chychrun has 124 shots on goal. Defensively, the Arizona Coyotes are allowing 3.1 goals per game and are killing 80.3% of their opponents' power plays. Darcy Kuemper has given up 44 goals on 510 shots faced, and Antti Ranta has given up 38 goals on 401 shots. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 5.5. So here are my betting suggestions for Vegas Golden Knights versus San Jose Sharks match. The Sharks have lost 5 in a row, and it looks as if the playoffs are not in the cards for them this season. They are near the bottom of the West Division, and they have lost all 5 games facing Vegas this season. In San Jose's 5-game skid, they have been outscored 20-7. The Golden Knights have reeled off 6 straight wins, and with their last win pulled into a tie for first place in the West Division with the Colorado Avalanche. The team leads the league in goals against per game, 2.18, and the team has killed it on the defensive side of the ice in the last few games. Vegas is a strong home team, and they have won their last 6 games in a row overall. The Golden Knights have outscored their foes 27-10 over that stretch, so they have been pounding teams of late. The Sharks come in headed in the opposite direction, and they have lost their last 5 games in a row. San Jose has been outscored 20-7 over that stretch. The Sharks have also lost their last 6 games to the Golden Knights. Their offense is in deep trouble as it has notched just 7 goals in their last 5 games, and the Golden Knights have allowed just 2.18 GPG at home. These are 2 teams heading in different directions, and the Vegas Golden Knights have won all 5 meetings this season against the Sharks. The San Jose Sharks aren't playing much defense, and they've played some of their worst hockey on the road. The Vegas Golden Knights have had no problem winning on the end of back-to-backs, and they've feasted on losing teams. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Vegas Golden Knights -1.5. San Jose is 0-5 in their last 5 games overall and 2-6 in their last 8 road games, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 Monday games. Vegas is 38-16 in their last 54 home games and 53-23 in their last 76 games overall, while the under is 4-1 in their last 6 games, playing on no rest. The under is 7-2 in the last 9 meetings between these 2 teams. The Vegas Golden Knights look to build on their 6-game winning streak. The Vegas Golden Knights are averaging 3.3 goals per game and are scoring on 17.6% of their power play opportunities. Max Pacioretty leads Vegas with 21 goals. Mark Stone has 34 assists, and Jonathan Marchessault has 140 shots on goal. Defensively, the Vegas Golden Knights are allowing 2.2 goals per game and are killing 84.4% of their opponents' power plays. I think you could make a case for both sides of the total in this one, as I could easily see a game with 5 goals and I could see another with 7+. With that said, more often than not between these 2 this season, we've seen games that come in under the number, as it's not always about the defense, but more about the offense not showing up. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under 5.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.